Hello folks, Angel here. Today I'm going to show you my multi-purpose silent build. Let me get straight into the skills and show you guys. I'm going to quickly go through them, and you can pause the video if you want to copy my build. And now I'm going to explain to you quickly why I took these skills. This is to increase your pistol effectiveness and damage and so on. This section here is to make you a bit of a better fighter, to give you a bit of a fighting edge when it does go loud. You're already fast, so when your armor breaks, you get a 30% speed boost. Makes it very easy for you to run away from whatever is busy killing you or to get into cover. This here, it's just makes it less likely for you to get targeted, and it decreases your detection level. So very nice to have when you are running low blow and sneaky bastard, for instance. Low blow gives you critical hits, increases your damage. Sneaky bastard increases your dodge chance. Alright, this here makes you faster, makes your stamina come back quicker. Now, this one for the aced section, it increases your movement speed, but it gives you run and reload. Now, what that means, sometimes you are moving around and you hit the reload button and then you want to run and then it cancels the reload. That is why I take this, because sometimes you by accident stop reloading, and then when you stop somewhere then you need to reload and then you can only start firing. It's just to keep you a little bit better prepared. This here increases your melee concealment, makes you a little bit more taser proof. So this is for fighting. This here is the core skills for silent, and you can just read here on the right hand side what they are doing. 6 cents. I'm going to try and play around with this build to get 6 cents aced as well, because the insider assets that you get is actually quite nice. Now, nimble. You can disable a camera for 25 seconds, you pick locks 50% faster, and you gain the ability to pick safes silently. I mean, great little skill. ECM overdrive. Your feedback duration on your ECMs are 25% longer, and you can now use ECMs to open electronic doors. Now, for those of you that don't know what feedback means, it's when you interact with your ECM after you've placed it. It emits a sound that will cause police to go into like a panic mode, and it can help you out of a pinch. So it's not a bad secondary function for the ECMs. ECM specialist, also aced. What this skill does, it just gives you 2 ECMs, increases the durations, and then delays pagers. Now I'm going to explain to you 2 bonuses for delaying pagers and how it works. Firstly, you deploy your ECM, then you shoot the guard, then the pager will be blocked. Alright? Listen carefully. If you shoot the guard, he drops to the ground, and then you put the ECM, the pager will still go off, but the next guard that you shoot, his pager won't go off until the ECM runs out. Now, in one of my previous videos, I showed you guys how to answer 2 pagers at the same time as one person, which is quite quick and easy. But if you want to do it safely, then you can do it now with like an ECM. Where this comes in handy is if you are few people trying to answer a lot of pagers. Okay, that is where it is handy. Now, in the technician tree, this here is just to give me more C4, and this is just some drill skills. Now, the C4 and this goes hand in hand, because as you guys know, I love my C4. And Jack of all trades allows you to take 2 deployables with you on any job. So I'll explain that just now as well. Enforcer is just to let your armor come back quicker and for your crew. And Mastermind, I've got nothing. Now let's get to the deployables. Now this is the beautiful part about this build. I love my trip mines, so I usually put my trip mines as my secondary and my ECMs as my primary. What this means for you is you've got 2 ECMs in a mission, you've got 7 normal trip mines and 3 shape charges. That is a lot of power, and nothing can keep you out of somewhere. So that is just very nice. But you can mix it up as well. You can, for instance, bring body bags. You just equip it as a secondary. You can bring extra ammo if it does go loud. You can even bring medikits. You can even bring a damn turret if you like. That is what makes this build very nice. Something I just want to make sure that you guys understand. The primary one that you equip, you'll get your full supply of that. The secondary you equip, you will only get half of that. That's why I aced the C4 skill, so that I have a lot of C4 to bring with on a job. So let me put that back. Alright. Let's get straight into a mission quick. I'm not gonna finish this stage like usual. It makes the videos take very long. But I am gonna show you guys really quick what you can do, and I'm gonna give you guys some tips for this bank heist job. Firstly, don't mask up. Keep your mask off. Just never walk close to a guard. Always be wary of where they are. There's a security room, so we know where that is now. There's a manager going. Alright, here's my first tip. That camera that I'm looking at now is looking here where I am. You can kill guards here effectively. Sometimes there's a civvy that sits here, but you can kill him as well. First take down the cams room though. Then the cameras don't work. Then you can kill guards here. Alright, that's my first tip. Second tip. If you find the manager here in his office, sometimes he's sitting by his desk, you can kill him behind this desk. The guards can't see his body here. And you can very easily run out here and out this way again. If you want to. I'm not saying it's the best way to do it, I'm just showing you guys some tips of stuff that I've done before. Something else, if the safe, the vault, is here, these civvies won't do a thing if you start drilling that vault. So bear that in mind as well, because you can sometimes save quite a bit of time that way if you keep the guards away. Let me see what else. Alright, let me show you guys this quickly. We can put on our mask now, seeing that the keycard is not on the manager's desk, because we could have taken it now without having our mask on. Pick these doors open. It changes the route where these guards walk, and it might put them somewhere easier, whoopsie, to kill them. Now remember, when you're picking a door, don't put a shape charge by accident. It has happened to me, so yeah, just be careful. And if you look at the bottom right of my screen, you see there's a trip mines. If you press X on your keyboard, that's a default button, it switches between your deployables. Now, what I want to show you guys with the camera loop, this camera is pointing towards this door. So if I go here to pick it, you see the camera's picking me up. So now we can loop this camera. And then we pick the lock. Make sure you're picking the lock and not putting a shape charge. Voila. There's certain key places where I like putting my trip mines, so they will warn me if guards move somewhere where I can get to them. Now, for newer players, I'm just gonna show you guys this quickly. As you saw, this camera picks me up when I move here. If you put an ECM down, it blocks cameras. Now the camera doesn't see me. Alright, just if you didn't know that. There's a guard there. We'll need to wait for him to move. Thank you, guard, you were playing along so nicely. Alright, and as you can see, I'm putting an ECM jammer to get into the cams room. And voila. In the cam room we are. We just have to wait for the ECM to run out so that we can get the pager. I just hope the manager doesn't spoil our fun, you know?
Very clear about that.
Sure, that was close. As you see, there's a guard here now. You can make this a run. You should be able to. Yeah, there we go. I'm out. Very close though. Alright, one of the last things I just want to show you guys is the critical indicator. That's the last bit. Thanks for the key card. Let me see. Maybe if I'm lucky, I'll be able to show you guys something else quick. I just did that to see if there's a guard. So now we'll have to. Whoops. Okay, this next bit is might be a little bit tricky. Let's go. See that? Nobody even saw me getting here. Now, this area here is open. I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to kill a guard there. Just to show you guys that you can. And it helps. And while I am here, also I'm going to take some money too. Here comes our victim.
Guys, the thermal drill. Get it.
I fell over. Hard stop for several seconds.
Now, if you are killing people here, it's better to have someone with you who watch your back. Or if you have the insider assets, you can put up spy cams to help you just survey the area. Alright, now I'm going to shoot some people, and I want you guys just to see where I'm shooting. You'll see there will be a yellow X that pops up. That is a critical indicator, like that. Not like that, not like that, not like that. There. Wow, I just wanted to say, why haven't these people gone crazy yet? Usually when you shoot these two guys, these people inside see that and then this happens. So that is also a tip. Never shoot these two guys, and be very careful of these two, especially this guy with the blue. As soon as you shoot him, damn it, usually when you shoot him, he always falls somewhere here, and then the guy that was standing on this side sees him falling here. So that's very difficult. If you are really quick, you can move this guy with the judge shotgun, with the silencer on, but it has a high chance of failing. But I have got that right before. I hope this is helping you guys. As always, stay safe and keep well. Cheers.